Hi, hope you are all safe and sound. Today's session is for everyone who is confused thinking how you can improve your English language skills or any language in that case. Friends, I'm not saying I'm very good at English, but I can say that I can speak good English. Friends, I had studied in a government school in my town. It was not easy for me to choose English language and use it in those days. I have mentioned in this episode what I have done to make my English language good. Hope this session will help you too. Welcome to the Sparks, powered by Transmind Go Live, Season 2, Episode 3, Theory of LLP, Love, Leave, Practice. Now, let me ask you, is there any easy method to make any language as ours? First of all, there is no any easy way. You have to work, you have to sweat to make anything as yours, isn't it? But I can give you 3 easy steps which might help you to fetch any language as yours. I call it LLP, 3 English alphabets. LLP. Just repeat with me. LLP. The first L is love. LOVE. When you love your dad, mom, what is in your heart? Or when you love your friend, when you love your granny, grandpa, you always feel you got a hunger for them. When you have love towards anything, you will be having a hunger towards that. Now, it can be an object, person, place, anything. Same manner, when you start loving that language, you will be having a hunger formed inside your brain towards that language. So the first step is start loving that language. The second one is live. Now, because you love your dad and mom, you love to live with them, right? Or when you love someone, you always feel their presence in your life, or rather, you love to be with them. So, same manner, apply the same theory in language. When you start loving that language, you always start living in that language. The third, practice. The moment you start loving, you start living in that. The moment you start living in that, you start practicing what that is. So for example, you love your dad so much, you start practicing what your dad is doing. Most of the time, we have a tendency to follow the person whom we are so, attached to. Maybe your granny, grandpa, your dad, mom. In your thoughts, the way you talk, the way you act. In the minimum, we start practicing it. So that's easy 3 steps. The first one, you start loving it. When you start loving it, you'll form a hunger in your heart towards that language. And the moment you start feeling that hunger, you start living in that language. So when you start living, even your thoughts, your sleep, everything will start forming into that. And the last and the third, you start practicing it. It happens unconsciously. It's very simple. Don't get worried about the language, how you can learn that, how you can speak well. You can do that. And I'm not saying that my Hindi is so perfect. No, but I'm still living in that with all these imperfections. And I know the perfection will come. So, my child, you never give up. I know that your language is Hindi, you love that. Yeah, even I love it. But until unless you start living, you never use it. That's why one day when somebody asks you to use that language, it never comes out of your heart. It's so hard for you. So the truth is, when you go from reverse, the truth is you can never practice anything when you're not living in that. And how you can live? if you don't have love? So start loving it, start living in that, and start practicing. I think that was a helpful tip. Thank you. God bless you. Stay safe.